Do you? You like vampires? Okay, so basically most like vampires, they're like bad guys. But this vampire is like, he's our friend. We're gonna meet him.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here.
I mean, in case you're wondering what place is this, this is basically a graveyard, and our vampire friend lives here because obviously it's abandoned. So we are going down this thingy. Oh.
Keeping wars. Victuals aplenty around.
Yes, it is. Okay, so let me show you something. So do you see these insects? So these are their eggs. We're gonna burn their eggs like this.
Some stench.
And now let me drink some. Oh shit. Oh my god. My health is really low. What's going on? Okay, let me meditate so I can, you know. I think I should meditate a bit more. My god, I have a feeling I have no, what do you call it? Honestly, I have a feeling I have no, I have lots of these. Why isn't Geralt? Oh, never mind. Sorry, my bad. Everything's okay. Whoa. Should I lighten up my torch? Here you go.
Someone placed an illusion here. Interesting.
That's a nice blade. A knight's oath. It says, "Here rests Sir Ramon of Kitchen. On my grave you will not find the likeness of the man who once lived. Give my heart and soul body to knightly craft, and I wish to be remembered as a knight. The symbol of chivalry as is a naked sword." Blah blah blah. Okay. So this is basically someone's. Okay, let's have a look at the sword which we got. Oh, never mind. now we probably get to meet our vampire friend. He's a very nice guy.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had
Chal raha
taken an interest in it.
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
Yes.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Detlef was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Detlef's hideout.
Can't you just summon Detlef? You're both hired vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Detlef. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Covenarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were culled to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless. So, perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Dettlaff recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
Got a new life, new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Gotta ask you the big question, one everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Ooh.
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, but first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, from my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. All right. Give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say. But I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
True.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly
Yes,
developed
he is.
observational skills.
What exactly did they
I love
observe?
Regis. I think.
The area around
Have
the
you ever
estate,
realized
it's
that
covered in
that he gives some
spoons.
really
Spoons.
difficult,
Spare me
like
the skeptical
if you ask
smile,
him a
I'm but
simple
the bearer
question,
of
he'll
this
give you a
news.
very
Or perhaps
complicated
the
answer.
spotted white is a hoarder, or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
He's an excellent character.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Now this has gotten very interesting. Okay, now let's have a look what this white looks like in the bestiary. Oh, cursed ones. Oh, never mind. Necrophages. Oh, this is a white. We're gonna go to this White's lair. Okay, let's go from here.
Hey, yeah.
Or myself, I like Count Moriez.
So, do you like deers?
Yes, like to be drunk in the gutter again.
Now.
Let's look for some treasure. So I've lost him. My dear summer has stolen him. My darling, my treasure, my spoon. That creature from the Cobra River must have been it. All the help systems about talking about missing spoons for much time now. Indeed, since the creature has stolen cutlery from all the blue cray has not been caught by a Varian guard, means it must be clever, tricky, even anyone can be smelling. This is interesting. This is very interesting.
Guests. Never a good omen.
So do you see these spoons everywhere? These spoons? So the monster which lives here is obsessed with spoons. See?
Regis's raven wasn't lying. Spoons all over the place. Strange. I get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Okay, before I go inside, I'm gonna see what's outside. Marlene, my dearest, you have not yet paid the father to release. A father must not abandon his own child as he used to be a father, and his heart shall never be left. This is so interesting.
A pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Master, I don't know.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
Okay, let's visit this place.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see.
Your reputation precedes you, Geralt.
Sir Geralt of Rivia. 3
Her
cheers
most
for the
gracious
Tony's
Duchess
victor.
has
Hip, hip,
hired a
hooray,
Witcher.
hooray,
Dark
hooray.
secrets.
Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Ah, the serendipity. I'm so...
Congratulations on your victory.
Ah, the serendipity. I'm
Sir
so
Geralt
glad.
of Rivia.
So this is supposed to be an embassy.
Ow!
Is it?
Do you like it?
Work doth one know.
Truly, to send a witcher against the beast, it is as if one soldier is
Pulse in the veins have to soar.
Wipe your boots before you take another step. Don't slurp your food. Don't eat with your hands. Don't pick your teeth with your knife.
What?
Oh, I'm just jesting. You, sir, clearly were not born in a barn. Welcome to the pheasantry. The best auberge in all the duchy.
Spoon like this. When you set a place, where's it go?
My, oh my. It seems rather a fanciful bouillon spoon. Or a key of some sort. There's a note here.
Yeah, note led me here. Any idea what the key might open?
Never seen it before. But you might search the cellars. The previous owner left all sorts of knickknacks there.
Interesting.
See you later.
Eat, drink, and be merry. Thus spake the prophet Lebioda.
Okay, let's go upstairs before we go to the basement. Shh.
Did you guess a sweet shine?
The tournament. Am I too late to sign up? We've one slot free for anyone willing to play the Skellige deck.
Oh no.
Work doth one ennoble. Sloth doth one gratify?
Okay, now we're supposed to go to the basement. Oh. बाद में ले आना, उसको नीचे छोड़ो यार. ठीक है, ले आओ.
Welcome to the...
See you later.
When we go back to the haunted place, I'll show you the spoons.
Where are your manners?
Trump is the famed witcher.
Cannot be. You're not serious, are you?
Keep calm! No brawls!
Sure, go on. Drink up while you're young, coin it.
And yes, this is the embassy.
Can you play? Hours do care.
Was
the lovely lass, you scamp.
We have to go here. So we have to look for some treasure. Damn. Okay, now let's go back to that haunted home where we have to kill that white. If you see on the right top corner, there's this map, small map. In below that small map is our objective. What we have to do. It says Lockage of Foe. Use your Witcher senses to search the white's lair. So that's where we're gonna go. Yep.
Run, Roach.
Thank God. There's another. You see, there's another monster there. Let's go fight him. What's a werewolf? Damn. Okay, Igni. It's a werewolf. Weak werewolf. This country is called Tucson. Is it beautiful? Look, so basically what was happening is that this monster had kind of
Is it over?
scared these people away, and now when I've killed this werewolf, they're all back.
Witcher or not, you're still bust your bum.
Okay, now let's go back to our objective. Let's go back to that haunted house again. Where we have to find that white. So it's called Trustamara Cottage. So okay, we okay, what does it say? Okay, I'm gonna try my best not to kill the white and just like remove the curse of the white. Basically, the white is a young woman, but she got cursed and now she has turned into a white. But if there's a way, I'm gonna not kill her and just you know, remove the curse if it's possible. Although I doubt it. Salmon.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary.
Do you
Maybe a
see
little
all these
old.
spoons? So this monster is obsessed with spoons.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you.
Oh, we have to
Never
go
again
below.
shall you wish to spy your
Okay, let's save the
reflection in the
game.
mirror.
And let's also have a look. What are the weaknesses of this fight? So this is a spotted white. Necrophage oil, Igni, Yarden. Okay, I don't have a necrophage oil, but I do have a beast.
Actually does seem like a white's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. White's obsessed, a real collector, thoroughbred. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Oh. Very interesting. Monster is here, look.
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. Tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Okay.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Okay, now what should we do? Let's swap the spoons. Let's eat using the spoons. Let's eat not using the spoon.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
I hope this works.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
What now?
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
I hope the curse is lifted.
hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe.
This is my home.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Okay, now we have to go back to a vampire friend.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Send your spies after me?
My watchers. Were something to go wrong, I could then arrive quickly to help.
Managed fine alone, but Thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. That stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True. But I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us.
True.
But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right. So what do you want to do?
We shall visit Teshem Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Teshem Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshem Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason to dawdle. Teshem Mudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Teshem Mudna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies
an ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our well into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems. Symbols of... well, what you would call tribes. Dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Those who went east, beyond the Blue Mountains.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time. Deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. The stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
We got some nice armor. Although the one I'm wearing, it's way better, so I don't need to, you know, use that. Tesham Mutna steel sword, Tesham Mutna.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Bait set. What now? Maybe you need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what did you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please, girl. You won't be able to. We must forge through this wall.
We just smell the blood.
I shall overcome.
Good. 'Cause I can hear more coming. Hold on, I'll let you out. Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Dettlaff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt.
The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff.
If I had to do it again, I would, in a heartbeat.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But come, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting.
Sir,
The council.
you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Dettlaff? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates. Forgive me. What? Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. Still killed him. Chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury. Remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly, the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with?
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Okay, let's bring in. Whoa.
Probably on an empty stomach.
Okay, let's bring in the morning.
You'll not find wood here. Not pain wood. God, save me.
Hey George, what's up? It's been a while, bro. How have you been?
Oh, possible punishment have visited us.
I have a feeling when the last time you were in my stream, I was in the Isle of Mist. And obviously I finished the base game. And oh, same here, man. Life is life. So when I finished the base game, I did not start the Hearts of Stone expansion. I started the Blood and Wine expansion. And so I'm doing that. I'm gonna finish Blood and Wine, then I'm gonna finish Hearts of Stone. I don't know.
Oh my sirs, you really ought to go easy on
So I'm doing this.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
I have.
Just who the spit are you?
His father. I'm gonna choose his father.
His father, and you won't touch him. I won't let you.
Oh, poppycock. I knew his father. A grifter, a cheat, just like his brood.
I'll teach him honesty. He'll not leave muck at our shop door just to draw patrons to his own stall. So back away, drifter.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well. Which is all
Oh
the
my
same
goodness.
to me.
A good old fist fight. It's been a while.
Freak like
We'll
Lepiota lentils.
Vagrant, teach you
To help stop lords and cheats. Circle him! Circle him!
Ever find a witcher?
Mopsy! Slow not do anything rash.
Bat move.
Lads, charge! Take him for a ride!
A billion lighted barrels.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the kid.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Making things difficult for me. Nothing had... You know what?
Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
Yes, you're right, George. Okay, so I finished the base game, then I started Blood and
You're
Wine.
very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
I would have been very underleveled if I would have started Hearts of Stone without finishing the base game.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true.
So you finally noticed. So in the next generation update, they kind of zoomed in.
Good to make a living
I'm gonna show you.
So
When this
what say
cutscene
you,
comes
sir?
to an, I'm gonna show you.
Partners?
Let me think about it.
The camera's a bit closer now.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait.
How do you
Before
like
get
my
to
armor,
talking,
George? It's
please,
the Grand Master Forgotten Woven armor. It was also introduced.
My boots are clean.
It
In
was
this
also
city,
introduced.
no boots are clean unless they just
It's
come off my
basically
stand.
what Henry Cavill
Sit,
wore
sir,
in season
please.
2.
So then, who was it you wanted to ask
So,
about?
One
Drake,
of
are
your
you enjoying?
patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a
I love the
proper
beer,
stand
the
with a
beer
big
armor, the
sign.
Ursine beer
I
armor.
want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
Yeah.
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture. You'll tell me what you know. For free.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. As you wish, sir. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh,
So what GPU do you have right now?
Better?
I am, thank you.
Drake, are you enjoying?
Local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might
Drake
intercede,
is kind of new
I
to
dare
this
say
game.
I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't have
I did,
to,
bro. I'm right now. I'm really poor.
True, but
I only have like 2,000, 3,000 crowns. The reason is because,
Yet we have
number one, when I crafted his Grandmaster armor, I spent like 30 to 40k on it because I did not have the dimeritium
Worth checking.
ingots,
Might have
like
him on the lead.
the Grandmaster dimeritium ingots.
With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
I don't know, they have a very specific, like, you can't craft those ingots. You need to buy them.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
No, there's this special kind of
saw
dimeritium. It's
that.
called glowing dimeritium.
The right thing to bribe
Or
them.
enhanced dimeritium, I don't know. So one piece costed like 4,000. So you see, I'm like really short on money. But it was worth it. I really love this gear.
Nothing doing. Something reeks around here.
Red door.
Okay.
One the boot black mentioned.
Now what? Okay. I guess you need to collect more, bro. I have a Nvidia GPU and a Intel processor.
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Oh, I did that. I did that. I did go to Skellige before I started this quest. Got some smugglers'
Nice. Ever
caches
consider
or
becoming
whatever
a
they call.
burglar? Skill like that would come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Damn. Yeah, he's being a bit mean.
He here. Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around.
I mean, why would a 4-century-old vampire want to be a burglar? I think he's way above that. Okay.
Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
Not gonna lie, bro. I love loot.
Somebody fixed this recently.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Can you imagine a vampire saying he finds these puppets disgusting?
Attic. Let's go.
The irony. Damn, I love loot.
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. Is his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
You have, Geralt. Shit. Oh. My controller got discharged. I'll be back, bro. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay.
Nice little trinket.
So basically what I do is I've got like two sets of batteries. When one set discharges, I put the other one on charge and I keep on
Tools
going.
were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Damn,
Next
man.
tune.
Indeed.
That sounds creepy.
Not certain why, but it reminds me of home. A true home, and before the conjunction of spheres.
Suspicious letter.
Dettlaff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter
Yes,
you
it
receive
is.
will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Dettlaff killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Imagine someone blackmailing Dettlaff.
Any idea what it could be? Dettlaff have any enemies?
Indeed. Dettlaff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none.
What's with
It
these
would have to be
ravens?
someone
Like
devilish
George,
and
do you
dangerous.
remember?
As you well know, having faced Dettlaff yourself. Whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renawed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
What do you think happened to her?
Take it you have your doubts.
I know humans better than he does. Their capacity
Oh,
to be disloyal,
you're right.
dishonest.
God, I
and
hated the
also she took her
crones.
things. Not something
I'm gonna
one
be honest with
associates
you,
be
bro.
kidnapped, although
Don't
they
hate me
disappear
for it,
against
but
their will.
I hated the
I'll save you
Baron,
the trouble of
the bloody
asking.
Baron
No,
quest line.
I don't know why she
I don't know. I was sick
I
of
can,
it.
however, hazard a guess that Dettlaff grew angry one day, showed another, more monstrous side. Dettlaff's anger could frighten anyone off, though most who see it get no chance to flee.
Dettlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him.
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Dettlaff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
She's a vampire or what? No, never mind. He just said that she's a human.
Dettlaff ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renawed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals,
Man,
they
that
mean
sucks.
nothing
I
to
did
him.
not even choose Jennifer. I chose Triss.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. So the first few times when I finished the base game, I chose Yen. This time I was like, you know what? Let's go for Triss. Sorry I got distracted, bro. I'm sorry. Going back.
Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Oh, here it is.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazaire ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
So the obvious option would be true, but I want to choose like untrue. Let's go for untrue.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renawed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No. He'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear.